Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to math. Today, we're not really going to cover a concept. Since we're almost getting at the end of the year, we're almost getting into those finals. Okay? So, starting next class, we're going to start the finals. Today's video is just a little bit of what we're going to cover. All right? I'm not going to do any actual math. I'm just going to tell you what we're going to cover, the way the final works. Some of you are probably new to this class. All right. The way it works is for the final, you're going to have 2 days. Okay? Today is Monday. You can have Wednesday and Friday, okay, for the final. The way the final works is you have 5 different concepts that we covered throughout the year, okay? On Wednesday, I'm going to give you 3. On Friday, I'm going to give you 2, okay? For the final, it is very important you do it because it is a third, well, not a third, it's like 30% of your final semester grade, okay? So it's very, very important you're here for the final. If you're here the first day, but not the second day, remember, each part is 20 points. If you do all 3 parts, you only get a 60 as your highest grade because you didn't do Friday. If you're not here Wednesday, but you're here Friday, you only get 40 points for that Friday, okay? Worst case scenario, you can turn in all 5 parts of the final. But since part of it was already late from the previous class, on Friday, if you turn it in from Wednesday, for the one for Wednesday, that means that the highest grade you can get is 70, okay, for your whole final. So like I said, it's very, very important you turn them in, plus you turn them in on time, okay? Now, again, you're gonna see this final on Wednesday and then on Friday, okay? Today's video is so you can see what we're gonna cover, so you have all the notes ready for those concepts we're gonna cover. Also, if you're missing any notes, this is the time to ask, guys. Or if you didn't understand anything, go back on your notes. Once you're done watching the video, see if you can still, or if you remember how to do it. If you don't remember how to do it, go back to the video. If you need more help, send me an email. Say, Mr. Vera, I still don't understand this, or I forgot how to do this, and I watched the video and I didn't understand it. Then go ahead and send me a video, okay? Or send me an email. For the ones that are new to this class, make sure the titles I'm going to put up here on the board are similar to the description of the videos. Okay? All right, so let's get started. What are we going to cover for the final? All right, guys, the things we're going to cover on day 1, okay, are, like I said, we're going to cover 3 things. Number 1 is solving systems, okay? Okay? You might also know as solving equations. Okay, the way we're going to solve them is you're going to either use substitution or elimination. Okay, we cover this on the first 6 weeks on concept 5. Okay, so that's one of the things we're going to cover on the final. Another thing we're going to cover on the final is quadratics. Okay, for the quadratics is, I will say this. For quadratics, the first, you're going to do 2 parts for quadratics, okay? Since we mostly based it off a whole 6 weeks. For quadratics, the first part is you're going to be able to choose between factoring quadratics or completing the square for those quadratics to solve, okay? For the second part of quadratics, you're going to use the quadratic formula, okay? Meaning that the formula I gave you on the video, okay, which is negative b plus minus radical of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, that is the formula you're going to use, okay? For the quadratic formula, it should be in your second 6 weeks around concept 6 and 7, okay? All right, on your second day, which means, all right, on that Friday, the things we're going to cover are synthetics, synthetic division, okay? We're also going to cover radical expressions. Okay? For synthetic division, we're going to cover, you have to tell me how many possible outcomes are there. Okay? Find those zeros and then solve for x. Okay? You have to take all the steps, all the way. That's why we did a few videos and steps of how to do this. Okay? Now you're going to put it all together. The same for radical expressions. That's your last concept of this 6 weeks. Very, very simple. You have to solve for x. Okay? All right, so that's what we're going to cover on the final. Make sure you have all the notes, guys, for these 5 concepts, okay? If you need anything, send me an email once you're done watching the video so I can help you, so I can tell you more about them if you need more information. Remember, you have to be here both days. It's very important that you're here for the final. All right, guys, so I'll be waiting. All right, so before I leave you guys, the thing I need from you for today's video is very, very simple, okay? All I need is write me 2 to 3 sentences of what the video was about, okay? Tell me things you learned, all right? What are we going to cover? When are we going to cover it, okay? That's all you have to do, 2 to 3 sentences about what the video was about. All right, so make sure you submit your answers as soon as you're done watching the video, and I'll be waiting for your email.